Yeah, we're having some fun today.
We're still trying to get it out of Chris.
We're trying to figure out how his New Year's went. But in the meantime, it's time now for the very first edition of Wreck on the Road for 2012. And that's right, now we get the New Year off with a great guest.
Yes, he is a star down in Tallahassee, Florida, and one day will be playing quarterback in the NFL. Just last week, he led the Seminoles to a come-from-behind victory over Notre Dame. On this week's edition of Wreck on the Road, we catch up with Florida State star and Virginia Beach native EJ Manuel. This week's edition of Wreck on the Road takes me to Virginia Beach. Bayside High School, we're joined by EJ Manuel, starting quarterback of Florida State, who's had a great year with the Noles, who just graduated. I'm going to ask you about that first. What does that mean to graduate from Florida State?
Yeah, it means the world to me. My family, being able to make them proud, and then also, taking care of the books. That's the biggest thing. You want to go to college, and first off, obviously get your education, and I took care of that, so I'm extremely proud.
But you've also been taking care of football. You are mainline to be the quarterback at Florida State, and most people don't realize what that means because Florida State football is a religion.
Oh yeah, it's a religion. Definitely down there in Florida. If you just spent a week down there, you understand, the tradition, the culture of football down there is everything. Down, in the deep South, they like to call it, football is life.
At Bayside High School, EJ was considered one of the top quarterback recruits coming out of the country, was a parade All-American. Do you remember those days at Bayside and what that meant to be a parade All-American?
Oh yeah, it was awesome. It was a fun time. I can still remember, being out here on this field right here, and Coach Moore yelling out there, do this, do that, but it all paid off. It was all extremely constructive. I learned so much from him and my father as well, so they really prepared me to, take the coaching I get from Jimbo Fisher now.
Being successful in college has been really important, but you want to make it to the NFL one day, and I know you're going to make it. How important is that?
Yeah, I appreciate that. I'm looking forward to it. Whenever the time does show itself, whether it's this year or after another season of Florida State next year, I'm looking forward to it, and it's extremely important. It's kind of one of my goals. Every kid, every football player wants to go to the league and play. You always want to be out there on Sundays playing. So.
All right, enough football. What are your hobbies? I said you recently have taken up golf.
Right. Yeah, I've taken up golf. I don't get to play a whole lot during the season because the hustle and bustle during the week. But I know the past 3 weeks we had some time off, and I went out there with a couple of teammates. Probably in the mid 90s to 100s, low 100s.
Sure.
But I just have fun with it. I like to. My favorite thing is to tee it off like everybody else. Try not to hit it like a baseball player, just hit it like a golfer.
All right, let's talk music. Who's in your iPod?
Who's my iPod? I would say obviously Drake, Lil Wayne. Who else, man? I like. It's some Florida music people down there. They like to do some different stuff down there. They call it house music, a little bit of that. Yeah, a little bit of that.
Put them on the spot. All right, let's talk some food. People here in Hampton Roads love to eat. What's your favorite food? If you had one thing you had to eat for the rest of your life, because they feed you guys good at Florida State.
They do. Obviously, I would say fried chicken. That's probably my favorite food with some macaroni and cheese, and then probably my grandmother's sweet potato cake will probably top it off. Yes, sir.
A little love to the grandma. Okay, you get one ice cream for the rest of your life, either chocolate or vanilla. Which way are you going?
I probably have to go with chocolate, or maybe a little bit of both. I don't know. Or I like actually.
You only get to choose one, man.
Yeah, hey, I don't know. I also like Oreos, cookies and cream, so that's good too.
Oh man, I'm putting them on the spot. The good thing about life is you got a lot of choices. Let's talk about the option. If you had an option of running for a touchdown or throwing for a touchdown, which would you rather do?
Well, if the run is longer than 60 yards, I'd probably like to do that, get like a long breakaway. But honestly, I would rather throw the ball, throw a touchdown. I want to play quarterback. I know I can run, I know I can make plays with my feet, but if I have an opportunity to reward a receiver for getting open, I'd like to do that for him.
You got one more year left at Florida State. You want to win a national championship, don't you?
Definitely. That's my goal coming into school. Every team wants to win a national championship. You also want to win great awards like the Heisman and things like that. So not to put pressure on myself and my team, but I think that's something we could do next year.
All right, EJ Manuel is looking for a national championship. Don't bet against this guy. He's as good as they come. He is this week's subject on Wreck on the Road. EJ Manuel, what a great guy. He's going to make it, and he's a super great talent, and I can't say enough great things about him. He's a great guy.
Yeah, I mean, he seems great and grateful.
Yeah,
so
he is
he'll
a
be
humble star.
Fun to watch his career.
Yep.
All right.